Hey Big Dreamers, this is Liz from Big Dream with Liz. If this is your first time here, this is where I give intuitive advice based on what I love, what I'm good at, and what I think you need most, also known as the flavor generator. So we're gonna pick the person of the day. There are 8 person options. Actually, there are 12, but there are only 8 in this bag, and the other 4 are subcategories of these 8 options, which I will mention if I get a person of the day that has a subcategory or 2. Hope you guys are doing okay in the holiday season. For some reason, I've been really stressed out, but I'm getting better. Realizing that it's not so bad after all. Number 3, the creator. Creator. I have to say it like that because there's an O in it. English language is silly. So I'll grab number 3 Creator bag, which has orange, yellow, and green paper options based on my own life experiences, but they are: orange is passion, yellow is power and product, and green is purpose. I have had a lack of creative confidence, that's the power of the day, for a while. I'm getting better. I'm working through it, trying to have more fun creating things, like when you're little and you just have fun when you're being creative, using your imagination. That's what we need to get back to. If you're feeling stuck creatively, what can you do to make it more fun? And then things will happen much more easily. So if you're new to this method that I kind of came up with, it's based on the ikigai. It's a Japanese term for your reason for being. This category, this person, it can be very specific on its topics that come out of the bag, so that's what happened this time. I'm gonna see what I can do. Okay, number 3, the creator is passionate about trying new flavor combinations and food. Their power is creative confidence. That's funny because my power of creative confidence has dwindled over the years. I was struggling with dance creativity, feeling a huge block with dance choreography creativity, and I've been working through that one. But my other creative outlets seem to have more ease with them and confidence. Purpose of the creator is be flexible and get in a creative flow state. And the product of the day is having knowledge of color psychology. That is very specific. So I probably won't talk about that too much, even though the product of the day is kind of like what you can come up with for other people, but maybe it's important. We will find out with my intuitive advice giving method. So if you're passionate about trying new flavor combinations and food, and those go together quite well, then maybe you also like to go to new restaurants or try things at home, cooking and baking and making drinks or smoothies or ice cream. I just got an ice cream maker from my brother and his family, and I'm pretty excited to start using that because you can make all kinds of things in there, not just ice cream. Although I love ice cream, I also feel like the sugar, I could probably experiment with my sugar-free, dairy-free alternative ice cream ideas, so that'll be fun. And I can try any flavor combinations that I want. So if you like doing those kinds of things, trying new flavor combinations and food, then use your power of creative confidence to come up with some new ideas that you think you would love to try and maybe others would like to try, and maybe you will start making food products for sale in the world, which would be quite amazing. So as your purpose as a creator would be then to be flexible. And what I mean by that in this circumstance is to be flexible with your ideas creatively. Get in a creative flow state, which means if you think back on when you were little and you had no idea what time it was when you were doing that thing that you do, that you love the most, or that you loved the most, or that just kept you in a wonderment state. That's the first thing. Magical state of mind. You were excited about creating ideas or whatever it was. Like for me, I would watch The Little Mermaid and draw, mostly drawing and coloring with my friend, my neighbor, and we would just kind of be lost in that world. We would sing along while drawing and coloring, and that for some reason was really relaxing, therapeutic, and fun to do. And also I used to make things out of clay, and I used to make little miniature food items out of clay, just because I wanted to see things become really tiny, like Alice in Wonderland. So that's why I made little miniatures out of clay, and also just to challenge myself creatively to see how small could I make something and how detailed could I make something in a very tiny size. Just fun for me. And I haven't done that in a long time. But remember your childhood and what it was that captured your attention 100% and got you lost in another creative, imaginary world. Whatever that was for you, that's called your creative flow state. And so be flexible as an adult or a teen or whatever you are. Be flexible with your ideas. Try new things, put different things together, experiment more. And I know that that's one of my papers in this bag, but I didn't get that one today, but it's very similar. Be flexible. So that actually brings me back to clay arts. You are molding the clay. You're making it pliable, flexible to do with it what you want to do with it, and using your imagination and creativity to make that happen. And so the product of the day being having a knowledge of color psychology. As a chef or a baker, color is important for the presentation of the food. And since we're talking about flavor combinations and food as the passion, maybe that's something that you also really love, like I do. And knowing what different colors represent in the food realm could be very important, or just knowing the color wheel and how opposites contrast colors, like red and what's the opposite of red? Green? Is it green on the color wheel? Christmas colors. It's orange and blue, yellow and purple, red and green. Having knowledge of color psychology could be helpful when you are selling products and trying to make it look its best. I know certain restaurants and dessert places, the colors are very important. Ice cream shop, the colors are what draw you in to the item a lot of the time, especially for children. And when you were in a candy shop or an ice cream shop, what were the flavors that you were drawn to because of their colors? And maybe incorporate that into your new ideas with flavor combinations and food. Use creative confidence that you have in there based on your childhood proof of creativity. Be flexible with what you come up with. Try new things, get some ideas going. Get in that creative flow state, which might mean cutting out distractions, people, things, sounds, whatever. Go into the environment that is best for you to get in that state of creative flow. And sometimes it takes a while to get there. You have to maybe set the tone for yourself, however that is for you, or just think of what is the mood of music that you chose for the day. Maybe go with that mood as your creative flow ideas. And then use colors in your product ideas or your creations, and maybe find out what the colors represent. Maybe it would be a color that is meaningful to you and you have no idea why that is, maybe just Google it, look it up, and figure out what it represents, which there are multiple interpretations of each color anyway, but maybe it'll be important to you to create something with a certain color, and you will know why when you figure that out for yourself. I think that's it for today. It's short and sweet. Hopefully like the flavor combinations in the food that you're coming up with soon. Let me try it. I want to try it. So creator, have fun creating your new ideas, because that's what it's all about. All right, follow me on Instagram, big.dream.with.liz, and subscribe to my channel here. I have plenty of other videos in varying topics based on my own life experiences, and I am just here using what I have learned and gained out of life so far to potentially inspire you in a creative way. So, with that being said, I'm here to help bring out the inner magic you have always had, but forgot about. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.